Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be filming my Sunday morning routine. I keep saying that weird, I don't know why. But it is about 8 a.m. and basically I have church at 11, but I go to church about 45 minutes away, and so my mornings are a little bit hectic on Sundays, but I figured I would go ahead and take you guys along and show you what my Sunday morning routine looks like. Okay guys, so I already brushed my teeth, and the next thing that I usually do about this early on a Sunday morning is I either go out and buy a coffee, or I make a coffee, or I make a tea, like a chai or something, or I make a smoothie. And I think today is smoothie day, but I feel kind of bad because everyone in my family is sleeping right now except for my mom. So, and my blender is really loud, but I'm hoping they won't hear it. And they'll still be able to sleep because I don't know, I really want a smoothie today, and so I feel kind of bad, but it should be fine. So now that I made my smoothie and woke up my entire house, I'm gonna go ahead and do my devotions and just journal for a little bit. And one thing that I'm starting today that I hear is really good when you journal is, one, to write 3 things that you're grateful for, and then 2, they said to like plan out your day, and it's just supposed to help you stay focused and help you kind of just stay in like a positive mood and kind of like what to expect for the day. Because I feel like lately I've just been losing a lot of time to just like, I don't know, like I just haven't been planning out my day, and so like I'll think I'm gonna do something and then like something else comes up, and so I just wanna go ahead and journal for a little bit and read my Bible, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay guys, so I just got done with devotions and journaling, and first of all, look at how beautiful this journal is. Like, I've only written in it like 2 or 3 times, and it's funny because the last time that I wrote in it, I was writing things that I was grateful for, so I thought that was kind of neat. But she's definitely very, very pretty. But I wanted to talk about what I read in my devotions this morning. I thought it was so good. My devotions focused on Romans 12, verse 1. And that reads, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And I feel like when you read that, you're like, wow, that's a nice verse. Like, you know, usually when I read it, I just think it talks about purity. But the way that my devotional book was talking about it was they like listed, like they kind of talked about how this could compare to like Noah and the ark, and how basically when Noah built the ark, how he had all the clean animals and the clean birds, you know, obviously like in the ark. And then it says at the end of this, it says in the devotional, then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. Thus it appears that the certain of these creatures were saved in order to be sacrificed after their salvation was complete. If this surprises us, have we realized that who we believe in Christ are saved for exactly that purpose? But it says, this is acceptable unto God, and it is our reasonable service. Noah's sacrifice of the clean animals brought great blessings to the earth, as the record goes on to show us, and the living sacrifice of God's children brings great blessings to mankind. And then usually my devotional will end with like a little poem, and I won't read it all because it's pretty lengthy, but I feel like this part really spoke to me. Like, I wasn't understanding like the severity of the whole devotion until I read this, and then I went back and read the whole chapter of Romans 12. But the poem reads, lay it on thine altar, O my Lord divine, accept this day my gift for Jesus' sake. I have no jewels to adorn thy shrine, nor any world-famed sacrifice to make. But here I bring within my trembling hand this will of mine, a thing that seemeth small, and only thou, dear Lord, canst understand, that when I yield thee this, I yield thee all. It hath been with wet tears and dimmed with sighs, clenched in my clasp till beauty it hath none. Now from thy footstool where it vanquished lies, the prayer sendeth, let thy will be done. Take it, O Father, ere my courage fail, and blend it so with thine own will, that even in some desperate hour my cry prevail, and thou givest back my gift. It may have been so changed, so purified, so fair have grown, so one with thee, so filled with peace divine. I may not know nor feel it as my own, but gaining back my will may find it in thine. And I was like, wait a minute, how have I never viewed this verse like that? I thought it was such a good devotional, and it really made me think, like, are there areas in my life that I haven't surrendered to God, and where I've said, you know what, God, like, it's your will. Like, I know there's a lot of times where I've just been like, you know what, like, this is what I'm gonna do, and I think it's fine. And there's been many times where God is like, but you know, like, you didn't even ask me, you didn't even consult me. And so I just feel like this devotional really stood out to me, and like, definitely, like, that verse, I've never read it that way, and I've never thought about it that way, and I didn't even really think about how Noah sacrificed the clean animals to God. Like, I never thought about that either. And so I just feel like reading all of this, like, especially that last part, in some desperate hour my cry prevail, and thou givest back my gift. It may have been so changed, so purified, so fair have grown, so one with thee, so filled with peace divine. I may not know nor feel it as my own, but gaining back my will may find it in thine. And just how there's so much truth in that. We live our lives out of God's will, we end up hurt, or we end up confused, or we end up in a completely different spot than what God had us to be in. But when we give our life to God and we say, you know what, it's your will, not mine, it's just so amazing how changed, how purified, how God takes us places where we didn't think that we could go, and just how he takes care of us, and how there's just so much peace in God's will. Like, I've lived out of God's will before, and there is no peace in it. And so I just thought this was a really, really great verse, and just a really great devotion, and I just wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys. Okay, so now that I finished my devotions, I'm gonna go and start getting ready for church, because I literally have to leave my house, I think, in about like 45 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup and then figure out what I'm gonna wear. Okay, so I forgot to mention this, but I don't know if your guys' church does this, but my church will always post like the set list of the worship music that we're gonna be singing the night before. And so I always like to screenshot it, and then I like to, if I don't know the songs, play them on my phone, and then just listen to them while I get ready throughout my day. So that, like, when I get to church, I like know the worship music, and like I can sing along and worship Jesus with everybody else. And so I believe the songs that I remember from the set list are like Firm Foundation, Amazing Grace, Battle Belongs, and I don't know what other ones. Those were the main ones that stood out to me that I was really excited about. But I just love worship music. You just can't go wrong with starting your day off with listening to worship music. So I thought I would mention that. Okay, so here's a closer look of what I'm wearing today to church. I'm wearing this cute little white sundress from Lulu's. It is off the shoulder. I think it's just such a cute little dainty dress. And actually, fun fact, I wore this for my high school graduations. And here's more of like a fuller look for the dress. And then I just decided to go ahead and pair it with some cute little beige sandals. And yep, that's my outfit for today. You guys guess where we're at? I feel like Dora, where she's like, if you said the press, you win my thumbs up for the day. But anyways, we're at the press because that is something that I always get right before I go to church, because like I said, it's about a 45-minute drive, so it's nice to have a little bit of coffee, to listen to some worship music, to just, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. I actually go to church out in it's like along and near the beach, so it's kind of nice because like when you're driving on the freeway and like while you're driving up there, it's just so pretty. So I love this commute, I love this drive, and I love getting coffee right before I go. So it's like kind of a tradition. You don't see that again? You don't see that shit back. Anyways, the reason why I didn't film when I was leaving the press was because I was late to church, and I don't know how I'm always late because I literally wake up 3 or 4 hours early, but I was 7 minutes late, and so I felt bad. But that concludes my Sunday morning routine. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.